People have been asking if my beds are caving in, so in this video we're going to take a look. Hi everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome back to my meadow. It is the 10th month since I planted out these Vego and Birdies raised garden beds, and now it's time to see how they are doing and answer a few questions for you. If it's the first time you've been to the channel, welcome. I am in Northeast Florida in Zone 9A, and I am not an expert gardener, and I'm just sharing with you as I am learning and growing along. In December of 2021, I purchased the Birdies raised garden bed, which is on the left with the black bucket, and the Vego raised garden bed, which is on the right closest to the tree. They were equally priced at the time, and I chose the taller model because I really liked the height. I purchased one of each brand because I myself wondered which one would be better in the garden. And since that time, people have asked if I would make a monthly update, sort of showing how things have been growing along with the two garden beds. So this is month number 10 of me creating these updates. And if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some of the other crazy things we're doing and learning and growing here in our Northeast Florida Zone 9A garden. Some general basics about the two beds. The Vego bed is 2 inches taller at 32 inches tall. It's probably a little harder to see here on my slope, but this configuration of the Birdies bed is about 2 square feet larger. I have the Birdies tall 8-in-1 garden bed and the Vego extra tall 9-in-1 metal garden bed. They're both constructed of a corrugated alu zinc, and they're coated in a way to help them reduce rust. They have stainless steel hardware that is now included with the items. When I made my purchase, the Birdies had zinc coated hardware. In a comparison of the actual panels of the bed, the thickness between the Vego bed or the Birdies bed is about a 1% thickness difference in favor of Vego. Some folks continue to ask, is the bottom open? Yes, it is. And to fill these beds up, I actually used about 1/3 logs, 1/3 mulch and leaves, and then topped it off with a high quality organic mix that I purchased locally in bulk. Many people want to know about the prices of the items. When I made my purchase, they were within $1 of one another in cost, and I got free shipping. From time to time, the websites that sell them, both Epic Gardening and the Vego website, respectively for Birdies and Vego, they each offer different sales and the prices remain competitive, but from time to time, one is a lot less expensive than the other. The beds themselves are incredibly similar, other than a little bit of difference in the size. The panel configuration is a little different. The core difference between the two is one is manufactured in Australia, that's the Birdies bed, and the Vego is manufactured in China. In the United States, the Birdies bed is sold by Epic Gardening and the Vego bed by Vego. Because of my positive experience with both companies on my purchases, my after the sale purchases, and as an affiliate, I have been really pleased with the companies. And in fact, I like them both so much, I'm an affiliate for each one. And what that means is if you decide that you would like to purchase either a Birdies or a Vego bed, if you click and use the link that I've included in the description of the video, then I'll receive a small commission, and that is at no additional cost to you. Some folks have asked, did I really assemble these by myself? Yes, I did. And in fact, I'll put a link at the end of the video where I assembled these items. Additionally, there'll be a link to another video that we did, the filling up of these beds, so you can find that at the end of the video. Maybe you don't have the budget right now to invest in a large metal raised garden bed. When I planted my first garden, I used cloth bags like these. In fact, these are blueberries that I planted when we first moved here 4 years ago, and they've remained in the containers. I hope to expand them out of the containers this year. If you want to garden, you don't have to be stuck with an expensive raised metal garden bed. I saved up for those because that's what I wanted next. Probably my most favorite thing about the beds is the height. It allows me to easily garden and harvest, and sometimes when I need to weed, very conveniently and very comfortably at a waist-high level, and I really appreciate that. Overall, I have continued to be very happy with both beds. But before we go, I want to zoom in and take a look around the beds and check on that caving in problem that Mark mentioned over at Self-Sufficient Me. So what Mark mentioned was that here in the beds there are support beams that go across on the inside to add support. But with adding logs and adding in mulch, as it decays, the weight of the decaying material on the support beams seems to have an effect in pulling in the sides of the bed. So I'm going to be looking for that from now on, both in the Vego and the Birdies bed. But in reality, that's not necessarily a design flaw of the bed. We want those supports in larger beds to help with the sides, but it is perhaps a side effect of using a hugelkultur method, trying to save money on soil while at the same time creating a great environment for the plants to grow. As I look at the side of the Birdies bed, everything on this south side looks normal. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, perhaps it is bowing in a little bit on this side. Not a lot, but a little. Now let's go over and take a look at the Vego. Oh wow. Here, let's move this out of the way. Actually, the Vego looks like it is pulling in a little bit as well. Well, the good news is this is totally fixable. Mark had a suggestion in his video, and I'll make sure I put that in the comments and pin that to the top so you can find that as well, in creating a support upright in the middle of the bed to help offset the problem with the decaying wood. So I'll make sure I link that in the comments. And even with this minor situation, I am still extremely thrilled with these beds. I cannot wait until March, because in March I'm gonna go ahead and dig them out so we can see what the inside looks like after 1 year in the garden. And if you have any questions about the beds at all that I haven't answered or you haven't been able to understand from any of the other videos, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Until next time, my friends, remember to drink plenty of water, wear that high quality sunscreen, and as always, have a fantastic day.